And we have Jasmine Lewis on the, she's an African American, I believe. She said, this is one of the great questions that I think that we should really focus upon. She said, how can us in diaspora contribute our skills and education back in Nigeria without having connections in Nigeria? How can we network with other Nigerians to share? This is a very, very important question, and I think it's a very good thing for us to talk about. Thank you, ma'am.
In fact, that is fantastic. I know we're looking in the area of healthcare, education, very, very important. In fact, there was a stakeholders meeting on education not too long ago where the role of the diaspora was stressed. Now, I can't go into the details, but I know that we need to now work, in particular with the woman talking to us, get our educational stakeholders to work together. More so with now a group of diasporas have developed, already developed an app for schools to be able to learn your SSC, JAM, and everything. I will present it to the Minister of Education, a group of young guys. So education is key. Without a solid foundation, we can't do anything. We can't have the best professors, best lecturers in the world, and have the state of education here. We're talking with the Ministry of Education. We want to have an education diaspora program that will focus only on education and what you in the diaspora can do. So this is a very critical question. It's one of the things we're working on in the next, in our next phase of the commission. It also plays a critical role in the diaspora policy. The role of diasporas in education, professions like education, science and technology, medical is a prominent role in the diaspora policy. So for the lady who asked the question, please, if you have a contact, let's engage further. We're going to do a specific one on diaspora and education development in terms of brain gain in Nigeria. So thank you very much for that question. As one of the things we're looking forward to working with.
Okay, I saw a question earlier that flashed through the screen, talking about the fact that the government needs to do something about social insurance number or social security number. And I know this has bothered me personally because in the wake of COVID-19, for instance, if the government of Nigeria wants to help its citizens, who are the citizens? Like there is no, proper documentation of each citizen. Like the other day, I was trying to get another copy of my birth certificate, and the birth certificate that I received, my name was written with pen. And I was like, wow. So there's really no documentation of each Nigerian. So I'm wondering if, you can take this as something from we in the diaspora are suggesting, because the reason countries like Canada and the US run so well in a time like this with COVID-19 is because they can just deposit, money in their bank accounts of their citizens because they know who they are. They have social insurance numbers or social security numbers. But in Nigeria, there's nothing like that. So I just want to put this there in the mix. And I also see that some people want to know the best way to contact NIDCOM. So if you can maybe share the best way that they can reach your office with their ideas or suggestions or how they can help.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. People are also starting to make questions on my phone. Sorry, what was that? Data is key. Now, the need for data, COVID-19 has exposed that we need data. And for the Diaspora Commission, our number one priority was data in Nigerians in the diaspora. And I said we're working with Nigerian NIMSI, Nigerian Identity Management Commission, started the data, which is not quite taken off very well, but we hope to strengthen it. We were working in International Organization for Migration, who already have some data. Data is key, and we cannot ignore it. So again, I'm sure the Nigerian government realizes that. President Buhari has given NIMSI the order that in 5 years' time, every Nigerian must have their identity. Without data, we can't do anything. Without data, we can't be talking about social insurance. Okay, people complain that, oh, when you were bringing people from abroad, you told them to pay. Everybody told them to pay. America, they paid between $1,200 to $2,200. But if you don't have the funds immediately, and then when you get there, you pay. If you do that in Nigeria, which province we know? Who is going to? Because there's no data. There's no social, whatever. Oh, and I believe that the government realizes that. So even Governor Sanwo-Olu was saying it, that data is very critical and we work at it. Then the thing about, what was it you asked me again, my sister? Was the second?
Yes, madam. Oh. Well, the question, we have a ton of questions that we actually pulled into for these questions. And again, let me thank you for making your answers to the point, because that's actually how we can get to ask more questions. And some of the questions that have come in and we're looking at talk about the welfare of the Nigerians in diaspora. And one of the issues include passports, and this may not be directly what NIDO's charter is, but how can NIDO advocate for Nigerians out in diaspora for their travel documents and that kind of thing when they have needs to get home and in some cases during an emergency?
Do you mean NIDCOM? Do you mean NIDCOM, not NIDO?
NIDCOM rather, I'm sorry.
No, we're already doing that actually. But one of the good things is because immigration listens to you, now you have a 10-year passport validity, one. Secondly is that there's not a visa on arrival policy. If you want to come home, you can come with your expired passport. And then you can come and get it done here. That's a major thing immigration has done that the diaspora is actually not clapping for. So
yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. So if you once you even show that, even for children, once you have proof that your father, mother have Nigerian, even if they're old passport, come to your country. You don't need to, but you will pay what you normally pay for visa on arrival. So, and I think that is a major development for the diaspora. Then when you come here, you can easily get your passport once you have the right thing. So that, I think that has handled that. Now, yes, we were in England when the issue of the guy went to lock up beat up somebody who was violent in the UK. We start with the diaspora community in the UK, and everything was resolved. And they monitor with the embassy, the mission in the UK, what is going, and they will tell you today that it has improved. And that is the role I want diasporans to play. They got themselves together in the UK, a group of elders, leaders, and took it up themselves, actually wrote a proposal to the mission of what they wanted to do, and they followed step by step. Today, they will not tell you that it has improved. That's what we expect from the diaspora. NIDCOM is there to, again, be your midwife. Use us because we're there for you. So that has solved half of the problem of passport, because you don't even need, just come with your expired passport, get your visa and arrival, and you can always do your passport anytime.
Okay. All right. This is a question also online from Dr. Daniel Bougier. He asked a question because he's an inventor of Team 54 project in New Jersey, USA. He said, how can young Nigerians diaspora with great minds for concepts for sustainable development goals be able to showcase what they can do for the motherland? How can we now create a talent expo summit, or create a hub to harvest all the great idea that will now benefit Nigeria? So I'm picking up those questions because I think it is, one of the goals, when you read the establishment clause of NIDCOM, what it's set up to do. Thank you.
In fact, this gentleman has given us an idea. So let's have the Diaspora Talent Expo Summit. You see what I'm talking about? It's just giving us a fantastic idea. So here we go. And I hope all my NIDCOM staff are listening. We're working on the Diaspora Talent Expo Summit. Again, the gentleman has a question. I hope you will. And then you asked for our contact. That's what I was looking for. The second question, my sister asked, admin@nidcom.gov.ng. So the gentleman who has this question, please, Abike, what's the Talent Expo Summit? Okay, Jasmine Lewis, for all panelists, admin@nidcom.gov.ng. Jasmine, let's talk more about that. Please send us an email. And every one of you who has an idea, send us an email. Thank you. That's a brilliant thing. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen. By God's grace. Thank you very much.
Okay, Ms. Marwa, are you there? Go ahead.
Yeah, yes, I'm here. Yeah. Okay. So I just saw one of the posts that was there on the chat, and a gentleman, there posted that he has been able to raise about $10 million from Silicon Valley for a project, and he's asking, how he can, work with the Nigerian government to implement certain projects if he's able to bring like a wealth of experience and funds from overseas. I guess you mentioned it earlier that they can, communicate with the office. I think some people just don't know where to start. They want to help. So how can Nigerians who have resources and contacts that they can bring to Nigeria, how do they go about it?
Gentlemen, please contact us. Like I give it, at nidcom.gov.ng. And then we have something now. We've just developed an AI and it's artificial intelligence chatbot. It's going to go off online soon. You're going to be talking to us 24/7. And the name of the chatbot is Abike. So you're going to see Abike in a green, white, green, Ankara. That will be talking to you 24/7. We're going to introduce it. And we have 2 emergency numbers. My staff, if you're there, please kind of send in those emergency numbers. Let's put them out there. The chatbot will be out there for every one of you 24/7 to communicate with us. We'll send it out to you. And then immediately now, you can send us an email, admin at nidcom.gov.ng. If you don't get a reply, then we are not Nidcom. You will always get a reply. So please respect your emails.
Okay.
And I'm sure Mr. Adewusi can attest to that.
Oh, definitely.
And then before I forget, we also planned a NIDO America stakeholders discussion forum very, very soon. So that will become where we can all sit together and take this decision. That's for NIDO America. And then we'll also solve the issue of NIDO USA, where there's some crisis. We hope to see that and get all that resolved. So that is also coming up soon.